How to wholesale properties on the MLS. What's up, guys? Zach in here, and in today's video, I'm going to give you my $1,000 MLS property on market wholesaling course today. I'm excited to reveal exactly step by step from start to finish how to find and wholesale MLS properties that are listed on market with realtors. I'm going to show you exactly how to wholesale these properties with realtors. If you're a licensed agent, you're not licensed, it doesn't matter. I'm going to show you exactly the entire process of wholesaling MLS properties. If I was going to sell you a $1,000 coach guru course, I would literally do all the information I give you today. I'd probably expand it, make it seem like, it's worth $1,000 you paid me for the course, but really I'm going to condense it into this video presentation today on exactly how to wholesale these MLS properties. I wholesale MLS properties every year. It's a very small percentage of my wholesaling real estate deals I do every year, but I do some. Just a forewarning, I'm not the guy out here telling you I make millions of dollars only doing MLS properties. I do MLS wholesaling, and me and Rick have done a lot of these deals in the past, so I'm here to show you exactly how to do it today, absolutely for free. So without further ado, let's kind of go over how to wholesale these MLS properties step by step. Quick disclosure, my lawyer makes me say this, but I am not a licensed realtor, CPA, lawyer, agent, anything. I am not affiliated with any of these or the MLS, but I am telling you right now, these are great ways to find real estate wholesaling deals, and I am excited for it today. So without further ado, let's get it going. So just understand, guys, starting out, wholesaling MLS properties on market. Remember, guys, that wholesaling on market properties is basically the same process as wholesaling real estate off market. We're just wholesaling the piece of real estate that is listed on the MLS by a realtor to the public market. Off market versus on market real estate. Just remember, when a property is on the market, it is listed by a realtor, basically to the open market. When it's off market, it's a private sale. It's not listed to the world that the property is on the market. It is off market. I buy most of my real estate wholesaling deals, my rental properties, creative financing deals off market, but there is a huge opportunity on market real estate. In real estate wholesaling MLS properties, we are still doing the same exact process. The fundamentals hasn't changed. We still get a property under contract. We bring it to the title company. We get the assignment of contract with a cash buyer, and we get our fee in between that. Remember, guys, most real estate MLS wholesaling guru courses, I made a video about this about a couple years ago, and it really blew up with you guys. You really liked it. And ever since then, a lot of real estate coaches, industry people that just started wholesaling last year decided to make courses on it, and they sell $3,000 courses on how to do this, $1,000 courses. I'm giving it out absolutely for free. But here's the problem about learning how to wholesale on the MLS. It is a very niche part of wholesaling real estate. So of course, the information is hoarded by the real estate coaches, influencer gurus, and you have to spend thousands of dollars to obtain this information. Wholesaling real estate used to be like this, but MLS wholesaling is a smaller niche, and a lot of the information is hoarded into a select courses, but I'm literally going to give you all the information absolutely for free. Understand that free quote unquote MLS wholesaling information you get from coaches, influencers, or the YouTube channels about wholesaling real estate, they are meant to confuse you. Please understand this. If somebody does a quote unquote live stream and they pitch you on MLS wholesaling course at the end, the quote unquote free information they give you, either they're going to say, oh, that's a great question you had, Mr. How do I find a good title company for wholesaling real estate MLS properties? That's for the course. The people that spend money on the course are going to be really upset if they give that info for free. So you have to buy the course to be in it. You're going to get that, or you're going to get confusing information. Oh, they're going to say one thing and then say the other thing. They're really confusing. Just understand that the free quote unquote information you get is literally a funnel meant to confuse you, so you get frustrated, so you buy their $1,000 course. That's why I'm giving it all for free. And you have to understand, when someone tells you about wholesaling MLS properties, again, they're trying to sell you on a course, so they're only going to tell you the pros, never the cons. And I will always reveal the best things about wholesaling on the MLS, the worst things, because honestly, you have a right to this information. It should not be behind a $1,000, $5,000 paywall. I give it absolutely for free. So let me tell you the truth about wholesaling. This is going to be the cons. And if you can get through the cons, if this is something that you can accept in your heart, then you are 100% privy to this wholesaling real estate on market course I'm about to give absolutely for free. Remember, wholesaling on the MLS is a grind. This is not a shortcut. Most people get into wholesaling MLS properties because they think it's a shortcut. They don't have to do the regular cold calling. They don't have to do the regular minutia of dealing with regular motivated sellers, and they can just deal with realtors, and it's the easy way out, right? It's a very simple way to do wholesaling. And the honest truth is, this is not a shortcut. It is still a grind. It is the same work, if not more, than regular wholesaling. It's just another avenue for you to get real estate wholesaling deals. The cool thing about this at the end, I could do a $500 upcharge on this, but I'll give you the upcharge. The upcharge is how to automate your MLS wholesaling. I'll show you exactly how to do that. Most gurus, it's a $500, $1,000 upcharge, special upgrade on it, but I give it out absolutely for free. Remember that. But remember, these MLS wholesaling courses, they make it seem like it's the best thing since sliced bread. Remember, guys, it is a grind. There's no shortcuts to success. The people that do well in those courses, they grind it out, and that's the truth. Remember, in MLS wholesaling, you will make money, but only if you're consistent. So with the information I give you today, if you are not consistent with the information I give you, you are not going to do good in this business. I'm telling you this straight up. If you are not consistent with what I say, if you don't consistently do what I say with the offers in this course, you're going to absolutely fail. And number 3, you will fail without consistency. Did you see how I mentioned consistency so many times on this? Because if you are not consistent with this, you will fail. Before you get in the course, if you are not willing to be consistent, then just get out of this. Like, seriously, exit out of the video. You should not be looking at this information. If you're willing to be consistent, then do it. I'd rather everyone who watches this video stay consistent and do a bunch of wholesaling real estate deals on market than have 10x more people watch and have a 50% success rate. I would rather everybody who watches this commit before they see this that they will be consistent with the action I take. Remember, why does selling a real estate wholesaling course, why do those people do well sometimes? Is because they paid the money, they feel like they have quote unquote skin in the game, and now, oh shoot, I just paid $1,000 for this information. I better be consistent with it. If you use that mindset with this, if you mentally pretend like you paid me $1,000 to learn this information, I promise you, you're actually going to take what I say to heart, actually implement it, and you're going to get really good results. My most successful people on my free wholesaling course, the largest wholesaling course on the planet by members, the most successful people, the people who are making hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars per year in real estate wholesaling, those people stayed consistent and they got results. You should do the same thing. Now, here's the truth. I can sell this course for $1,000 each. Literally, I could sell this thing like crazy, but I'm not a sellout. I'm not a guru sellout. I'm not this real estate course. Guys, I have to be authentic with you. That's just not who I am. But since I'm not charging you $1,000, you literally saved $1,000 by watching this video. You have to pay me in favor of something. And how do you pay me for this, right? You have to smash that like button and subscribe. I'm telling you right now, if you're literally saving $1,000, literally, you saved $1,000. So do me a favor and smash that like button right here. Click that subscribe button. If you're more inclined, go through freewholesaling.com. That is my free wholesaling course. This is where I teach the acquisitions, how to talk to realtors the right way, my dispositions information, my subject to creative financing, lease option courses in there, scaling systems, literally everything about marketing, everything you need to know about wholesaling, finding cash buyers, everything is at freewholesaling.com. I want you to have all the tools to succeed. So go to freewholesaling.com also. So now you understand it. Now you went through all of it. Let's get in the course, guys, right? So the number one thing you have to understand about wholesaling MLS properties is that it is 100% legal. If you are not licensed, guys, I'm not licensed, but I'm telling you right now, you can wholesale MLS properties as an unlicensed person. I do it all the time. So let's go over some of the big myths and misconceptions about wholesaling MLS properties. Number 1, it is none of the agent's business if you are wholesaling, assigning the contract or not. You are literally having a legally binding agreement to buy the property. And yes, maybe you can just give it off to another buyer if you want, but that is part of the agreement that is already on the contract. And hey, the seller's getting the money they agree to. The agent is getting the commission they agree to. There's no problem. It is 100% legal. Now, obviously, Illinois, sometimes you have to be an agent, do more than one wholesaling deal. Outside of that crazy state, you're pretty much good for wholesaling. So let's kind of break down, before we get in the nitty gritty, step by step, the 5 big keys to wholesaling MLS properties. Understand, number 1, if you want to do really well in wholesaling MLS properties, number 1, your contract must be assignable. Make sure your contract is assignable in there. Again, most contracts are assignable by nature, but make sure it is clearly stated in that contract, especially when you send it out. Also, make sure your contract is the realtor contract or the bar contract for your state. Don't use my free wholesaling contract. That's for off-market properties. Use the big, lengthy, sexy realtor one that the realtors love. Number 2 here is you're going to have to be able to use a wholesaling friendly title company, or at least one that you can do double closings with. We'll get more on that a little later. Number 3, you must be transparent with the realtor. If you're saying that you and your partner are looking to buy the property, you should be fine. Do not be lying to these realtors. This is not the way to do business. Number 4, use your cash buyers as leverage/authority. Again, if someone asks, hey, do you buy a lot of properties? Me and my partner buy X amount of properties. And if your cash buyer buys a lot, you can use them as an authority figure. And lastly, number 5, confidence is everything. You are not going to be successful in this business at all if you are not confident, especially when it comes to off market, but even more for on market. Realtors, a lot of them think they're better than people that are unlicensed. They're kind of like lawyers to a point. Love our lawyers, love our realtors. Confidence is going to be everything, especially me wholesaling MLS properties when I was like 20, 21 years old. The only thing that got me over the hump, because most of these properties that are listed with realtors that are 50, 60, 70 years old, the only thing that gave me authority is me having my confidence. This helps so much. And I'm going to tell you straight up, you have to stand up to realtors. A lot of these realtors are not going to respect you. It is just part of the game. They hate wholesalers. So if you go up and say, I'm a wholesaler, you're going to get screwed. If you say you're a real estate investor, they're not going to like it too much, but you can kind of get away with it. Just saying you're looking to buy the property, possibly as an investment, that'll probably be the best thing. But most realtors are not going to respect you. Yes, they'll act like they're better than you. They're more knowledgeable about wholesaling. Do not let your ego ruin your deal. I'm telling you right now, if a realtor says something that hurts your ego a little bit, don't get into a measuring contest of who's the better real estate person who's got more knowledge or experience. Just do not get in your ego with it. Yes, the realtor, quote unquote, make them act like they know more than you. It doesn't matter. You're looking to buy the property, and that's that. And again, have confidence. So how do we find these MLS properties? How do we have access to the MLS or access to MLS listed properties that we can wholesale? Number one, if you have access to the MLS, if you are a realtor, if you are a real estate agent, obviously that's number one. That's probably where you should be focusing. Number one, if you're an agent. Now, you get more respect from other agents if you are an agent. I mean, hey, you're part of my club, right? But you don't have to be an agent, I'm telling you. My favorite way, honestly, to find these type of properties is actually going to listrei.com or maybe batch leads or like zacdata.com. And you can really segment out really good wholesaling data. There's a lot of really cool data you can go through there. Again, you can do free too if you want to do like Zillow. You can also do Zillow for free, but listrei.com is a little better because if you're doing if you have a VA automating it, it makes it a lot easier. You can sort of search like terms on the MLS, like quote unquote good bones or investment property or handyman special. You can actually filter out deals that are a discount. You can actually lowball them with your offers there. You can really do a lot more data with the information there. See if it's a good creative financing deal or not. Listrei.com makes it really easy for that, but obviously you can do it for free. Now, the number one way to wholesale is going to be through dual agency. Now, I know not every state is like this, but if you're in this state, I think this is the way you really should be approaching your wholesaling on market properties. Number one is, what is dual agency? Dual agency is basically having the listing agent, the person that listed the property, represent the buyer and the seller. For example, if I'm a realtor and I list this property for $200,000, I usually get 3% commission. And then the buyer's agent goes in and gets 3% of that. And boom, 6% is the total usually the seller pays. And that's great, right? The thing is, in dual agency, let's say I have an agent who lists that $200,000 property. I try to give a lowball offer, but I tell that agent, hey, can you represent me as the buyer too, since I'm just a regular buyer out here? I'm not represented by a realtor. Just make it very casual, right? Then the agent will say, oh, sure, I can help you out there. And now they're going to get 6% on there. That basically doubles your offer. So if the property's listed for $200,000 and there's like a $170,000 offer, but your offer is $150,000, to that agent, that's the same commission if they're getting $300,000. So if an agent is getting a quote unquote $300,000 offer for their pockets versus $160,000, they're going to advocate for you. And obviously, if you are offering cash versus someone doing a conventional loan, maybe it's in the best interest of the seller that they just go through the lesser offer. If it's cash, love realtors, but a lot of them think about their pockets. Not everyone does. They definitely do have fiduciary responsibilities, but again, sometimes it's a fiduciary responsibility to go with the cash offer versus the risky conventional one that can just get passed up, locked up through the inspection, they get out of the contract. Now, are you in a dual agency state? If you're outside of the states, you're fine. Dual agency is illegal in Alaska, Colorado, my home state of Florida, Kansas, Maryland, Texas, Wyoming, and Vermont. If you are outside of those markets, do dual agency. And if you're not a dual agency state, I'm in Florida. I'll tell you the workarounds on this. I'll show you exactly what to do and exactly what these $1,000 courses also do. You're in my course. Why dual agency again is a 6% commission. Now let's kind of break down again the numbers on a dual agency deal here. So let's say there's a $190,000 listing price and the value on the property is around $200,000. Yes, people list properties under the value plenty of time. Now remember, the cash buyer will buy the property at about $175,000. So what we're going to do here, and remember, if it's listed for $190,000 and we give it to a cash buyer for $175,000, maybe it works. If we offer the realtor $160,000, but dual agency, you basically explain, hey, I'd like a savvy, sophisticated agent like you to represent me. I'm not the most savvy person. I don't have a realtor on me. Can you represent me? Make the realtor feel, pretty good about themselves, right? That'll help you out a lot. And so boom, let's say there's two offers out there, $180,000 financing in place or $160,000 cash offer from you. What's going to happen? Remember guys, the agent will makes about $5,400 in 3% commission on the $180,000 offer. or they'll make $9,600 in commissions with your cash offer. Question is, which offer do you think the agent will advocate for? And if you do hundreds of offers like these, just imagine how many percent you're going to get accepted and you can actually do deals. Now remember, real estate agents want one thing, and that's money. These agents will literally put your offer on a pedestal. You will literally get so many more deals with this, and your agent will actually advocate for you. This is the key to wholesaling MLS properties. But again, maybe you're not in a dual agency state, or you don't want to do dual agency. That's fine. We have other options out here, and you can actually mix this with probably the most important option. And this is the option most commonly taught in real estate MLS wholesaling courses, part of $10,000 mastermind. You have to go to all these events to learn this information. I'm literally giving it out absolutely for free. How do I have this information? I've never paid for the courses because I actually do this business for real. When I list my flips on market, especially the handyman fixer-uppers, I see exactly what these people that are buying these courses do, and I figure out what they did. I've done it in my own business, and it works pretty well. And I kind of formulated to a way that works really well for me in a state that doesn't allow dual agency. So I kind of call this the throwing the kitchen sink method. You throw everything out and you just go and you do the spray and pray. You throw spaghetti on the wall. You hope something sticks, right? That's sort of what happens. And that's what we're doing here. So number one, we're going to submit a minimum 100 offers a day via email with the contract already pre-done of you buying the property. So you might figure out, hey, Zach, how much do I offer all this stuff? Like, what's the criteria? Let me show you exactly. We're going to do at least 75 days on market. Days on market has to be at minimum 75. I prefer 100 plus, but at least 75. Kind of like how I like Zillow for sale by owners. This works really well. And you are going to submit your cold offers at 25% below 25% off the listing price. So if the listing price is $100,000, you're going to want to offer at minimum $75,000. This is what I found that works the best. And lastly, you're going to double close these deals. Unfortunately, a lot of the assignments are really going to be hard. Sometimes you can't even use your own title company. So you're really going to have to use a title company that allows double closings. You don't want the property to get in trouble. You don't get the agent to be going after you. So a lot of these deals, you're going to have to double close. You can assign them if the title company allows assignments, but just be careful. Sometimes you can't. So remember, you might have to do a double closing. And this brings us back to the $1 million question here. You know, how do I actually do the down payment? Because a lot of these realtors, they're not off-market sellers that are okay with $100 earnest money deposit or even $500. They're going to want $1,000, $2,000. So you have to address this up front, right? You're going to have to submit the EMD after the inspection period, basically going, hey, Mr. Realtor, I'm ready to give the down payment, but we need to do the official inspection before we put the down payment in. Of course, it's not ideal for the realtor, but if they don't have many options, they'll allow it. And then you can basically use $1,000 to $2,000 for the EMD. That's usually what I write up, and have the cash buyers put the EMD down or put your own money. There's multiple ways around that. And now this is probably one of the most important ones, is the cash buyer walkthroughs. This is where most people doing wholesaling real estate MLS properties without any knowledge. They don't watch my videos. They don't do any courses or anything. A lot of them get screwed up because the realtor's like, okay, you can do a walkthrough with your partner, but they're going to have to be there with me. I have to go check on the property and make sure nothing's wrong with it. Number one, you should address this up front. Make sure you send a driver's license of you and your partner so they know exactly who's walking through the house. But so they're comfortable and you don't have to bring the realtor through. That could get kind of weird. But remember, you should address this up front, that your partner will need to see the property for the official inspection of the house, since your partner is quote unquote old school. This is a line that's helped me a lot. Now this brings us back to the MLS wholesaling disposition side. How do we do the dispo on these properties right? Number one, I can tell you, is cold calling cash sales is going to be the easiest way. So if the property on the zip code, cold call the cash sales. Properties are actually being sold for cash in the area. This is going to be the best way to do it. Facebook groups is another really good way, or the real estate investing groups in your area. It's a really good way to find them. So when you find these cash buyers, you should be double closing on these deals mostly. You can assign them, but a lot of these title companies are going to be hard. Maybe the realtor force use their title company. You're going to have to force your hand and either do double closing or an assignment if it's friendly enough. I prefer you guys use your title company. You should make a stink on this. Already write what title company you are going to be using for it. And maybe you have to offer to pay the title, but usually it's good if you don't have to pay the double closing fees. And remember, you're going to have to do multiple walkthroughs with your partner official inspection. Maybe we'll do 1 to 2 partners through there. Make sure your handyman has to go through, your inspector, your termite person, your realtor buddy, your other partner, your handyman. Like, you have to bring multiple people through the property to walk through. Maybe get the lockbox code. You can bring them through, guys. Just make sure you address this up front so you don't have any problems with it. And this kind of brings us back to the upset agents, the very tough, difficult agents for wholesaling. If they won't budge on your offer, if they're very difficult with it, maybe you offer, if you do a lease option or subject to, do terms on the deal, owner financing. You can give the commission to the agent out of pocket, maybe 3, 4, 5% or whatever. Maybe give them $5,000 out of pocket for a marketing fee, whatever you want to do. Get creative with it. That's what creative financing is all about. Guys, I teach creative financing absolutely for free at freewholesaling.com. And just to understand this, ladies and gentlemen, less than 1% of your offers will be looked at seriously. Let me say this one more time. Less than 1% of your offers are going to be looked at seriously. Unfortunately, 99% of your offers are going to be laughed out of the park. And they're going to be jokes. But remember, kind of like cold calling, if I cold call 1,000 leads, 990 of them are just going to laugh at me as a joke and make fun of me or whatever. I don't really care. But those 10 are going to be really good wholesaling deals. So remember, offers. It's going to be probably the most important thing you can do. Please constantly send offers out. It's going to give you a lot of great results. I'm telling you, this is what you got to be doing. Remember, have a VA automate the process too if you want. If you don't have enough time to send all these offers out, or you want to add another marketing stream to your business, maybe have a VA manually do the emails, already do 75% of all listed properties that have a lot of days on market, and you could do very well. And that's it. That is my MLS wholesaling properties course, guys, from start to finish. What you need to be doing now is starting to go and actually finding these properties. Go on Zillow, listarei.com, zacdata.com, the MLS if you can, and start wholesaling MLS listed properties. I'm telling you right now, of course, the market's sometimes a little crazy, but I'm telling you, there's so many deals like this. Just remember, these real estate wholesaling deals, sometimes all the seller knows is to use an agent and they don't trust going through a regular cash sale with off market, and they just list the property, and it's still a good wholesaling deal. Guys, people make millions of dollars every single month wholesaling MLS properties. I want you to get a cut of that so you could start making money today in real estate wholesaling. For the bread and butter of my business and what should be of your business, it should be off-market properties. If you start implementing MLS properties on there, if you have a realtor friend, this is a really good option you can do too. If you have a realtor friend who actually wants to earn commissions for you, and maybe if they can earn like a quarter of your assignment fee on there, have your agent friend just submit offers on the MLS on properties they think it's good on your behalf of 75% if you're scared that you're not an agent or you don't want to do it yourself. And maybe it's a realtor friend, you know, they're like 20 years old, they just got their license. Maybe have them submit offers on your behalf, or maybe they can submit it for themselves and you can help them in JVing with that deal. That's another option you can do on there. I'm telling you, there's so many ways to make money on the MLS. It's a great strategy, and definitely a strategy you should be going after. You just saved thousands of dollars on this. Just act like you saved $1,000. Now use that $1,000 and actually go out here, start marketing your business, start using that for your time, and start going after these properties. I'm telling you, you can do it. You have all the tools for success. Remember, it comes down to consistency, taking action, and having confidence. Go after it today. I'm ready to help you guys. Remember, I do live streams Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Fridays, and I answer every single YouTube comment personally. So if you have any questions on this, please comment them below. Smash that like button, subscribe. I'll see you guys soon. Hope you guys have a blessed day. Check out freewholesaling.com. Have a great one, guys.